In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create and use a toggle button in Excel. I have a little button here and it says off, and when I click it, it says on, and I click it again, it says off. And so that's not very exciting, but let me show you how I did this. Okay, so I'm on sheet 1, so I'm going to add another sheet, so I'm going to be on sheet 2. I'm going to my developer tab. I'm going to my little toolbox here, and I'm going down to the bottom here, and it says toggle button ActiveX control. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little button on here. Okay, so now we have our toggle button. If you click it, it does nothing because I'm in design mode right now, so it looks like it's depressed, and then you click it again and then it comes back out. But let's go back in design mode, and then I'll make my toggle button more useful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my toggle button, and I'm going to go view code. So we're going to set up some conditions for when this toggle button is pressed. So if the toggle button value equals true, that means it has been pressed. So I'm going to write in this sentence here. So it says if toggle button value equals true, meaning like if it is compressed, then what you're going to do is I'm going to press tab here and I'm going to put some conditions in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the caption from toggle button to on, and I'm going to change the background color of the button to green. And so with this if, we need to do an else. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in else. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put conditions in for the else. So if the toggle button isn't pressed, then what we're going to do is we're going to say the caption is going to be off and the toggle button, the background color is going to be red. Now all we have to do here is finish our if. So we'll go end if here. And then we'll say, okay, fine. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our sheet. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take it out of design mode. And this one, it's on, so let's press off, and then we press on again. So now we know how to set up a toggle button. So now I'm going to show you how you can use this toggle button that you created. So this is a sheet I created long ago, and what it is if you scan in the number, it will turn green if it's on the list. So it's on, the button is at set it on, so then the number is turned green if it's in the list. Now if you click the button off, so what we're going to do is we're going to select the second one, and it's the same thing as if we were scanning it, and when we press it in here, it puts it in there, but it doesn't highlight any of the values here. So let me show you how I did this. It's basically using the same code as we did on the other sheet, except for we're just adding in another couple commands. So this is my code, and the first thing I'd like you to look at, this is the code that I have in my worksheet to start with, and this is called green, and it's checking to make sure the values are in the list. Now in this worksheet function, I have application enable events true. And so now with my toggle button, I say if toggle button equals false, then it's changing it to off and red, and application enable events false. So it's turning this true into a false. And now my else, I say toggle button caption on, vbGreen, and now it's application enable events true. So I'm turning back the application enable events on. So that's how this is working. So I'm going to delete the numbers that are there right now. And so now I'm going to turn it on. And I'm going to copy these ones here. And with it turned on, I'm going to paste them in there and they should turn green. So there you go. So there's my toggle button controlling on and off worksheet functions. I will, of course, include the code in the description of my video. Please subscribe.